Summit Sunrise on TV8 Summit. I'm Ashley, and I'm here with Joel from Summit County and the Office of Emergency Management. How are you?
Good, I'm great.
Yeah.
Did you bike to work today?
I did not bike to work today. I will be completely honest, I should have. I have to be here a little early.
Me too.
So that few extra minutes is really precious, but I will be taking my bike out later if that counts. I will be biking.
I'm going to bike today too, but I couldn't do the bike to here, bike to Breckenridge thing and make my workday work out, so.
Right. Well, I hope all of you are biking to work today out there. So let's talk a little bit about the Office of Emergency Management here in Summit County and what you guys do there.
Great. So we're a preparedness arm of the Summit County government, and the position works for the Board of County Commissioners. And day to day, we really work on making sure county departments can shift from what they do day to day to supporting an emergency. And so a lot of coordination functions, a lot of meetings, a lot of talks like this about being prepared and what that means.
Okay, cool. And can you tell us a little bit about the seasonal changes here in Summit County and how that's related to preparedness?
Yes, well, my job is really driven by the seasons. And so we're just kind of ending our flood season. That in Summit County is a great time to get out and enjoy the rivers and raft. And at the same time, parts of our county does receive a little bit of low-lying flooding. And so that's really ending this week, actually. Our rivers peaked here in the last week or so. And so the transition now, and everyone's saying to me, oh, isn't it great we've had all these rains? But the transition really is to wildland fire now, and our community really needs to start thinking about being prepared for a fire.
Right, yeah, I know every time I would drive past the Blue River, it was so high, it looked like it was almost flooding, but it does look like it's going down now, and it's been really hot and really dry, it seems like, so that wildfire season, I know everyone's already been talking about it. Tell me a little bit about spring rains, because I know that we got a lot of snow in the spring, and most people think that would be a good thing.
Well, it is a good thing. It definitely greens up our valleys, and we all enjoy what that gives us in terms of a picture. You know, the spring flowers come along, but with it is a little bit of a mixed blessing because the spring rains really cause the grasses to get really nice and tall. And then this fall, when those dry out, in the language of wildland fire, those high grasses create ladder fuel. So the flame length that could come off of the top of a 4 or 5 foot grass really creates a ladder up into the eaves and the lower lying areas of trees. And that's really how you get a forest fire. It's one of the primary ways that you end up with a grass fire that turns into a forest fire. So high grasses now are beautiful, and high grasses in the fall, a little bit of a mixed blessing.
Right. That's something that I wouldn't have thought. I thought those rains would be just purely great, but that makes a lot of sense. And what can the public do to prepare for wildfires? And I know that we have a wildfire rating scale that some people can look at throughout the season and kind of find out what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of tools on our websites, and there's a lot of information out there. You know, Summit County runs some really great programs. Our voters gave us money to fund grant programs, and so the public, right now we're going through our application process. It just finished up, and we're picking homeowners that can have 50% of their tree cost paid for by the county. We're running our chipping program again this year that I'm guessing Dan Schroeder's probably really beating the drum about, but it's a great program. You know, it's a free program. The public can put out their slash and their trees, and we'll come chip them up for them.
Oh, wow, cool.
So those are great programs, and that's on a lot of the on-the-ground stuff. What the public really needs to start thinking about are things like this American Red Cross brochure, picking up information about how to have their public responsibility around their family, their kids, their pets, their prescriptions, all of those things taken care of. You know, can they leave their home if they have to be evacuated? And guides like these, information on our websites, are really important for the public to be thinking about that.
Okay, so where could you pick up a pamphlet like this?
You know, those are at the Community and Senior Center. They're at the CSU Extension Office. You can get the electronic version of that off of the Summit County Emergency Management website.
Okay, excellent. And what's the website?
Well, I think it's Summit County/Emergency Management.
Okay.
That's close.
Okay, cool. We have a great Summit County website here with a ton of information on it, so I'm sure you can check that out. And I think that, you know, a lot of people think that while the wildfire danger might be present, that, you know, it will never happen. But I know that there are a lot of wildfires out in California right now, for example.
Right.
And it's always good to be prepared and kind of know more about them and the causes of wildfires, because I think people, you know, are like, oh, how did that even start? Tell me
Right.
about the causes of most wildfires.
Yeah, let me go back to one of your points you just made. So Colorado, you know, until some of our very kind of spectacular fires in the last few years was way down in the ratings, but today we're third in the nation in terms of wildfire.
Okay.
So our risk because of these big fires is really important.
Okay.
You know, wildfires are caused 90% by humans. And
course.
campfires and fireworks, the spike for fires on the 4th of July is traumatic. People have to dispose of their ashes correctly and really, you know, use a lot of common sense in just thinking about how we have a risk and how they play a piece of that, and they need to be real thoughtful about how they handle fire in the forest.
Absolutely. So folks, listen to that and be safe out there with your fires. Joel, thanks again so much for joining us here today.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Yeah, stay tuned for more Sub at Sunrise. We have your watch and win question coming up.